Hey, what's going on everyone? This is Chase of Rocky Mountain. Thank you so much for checking in. Today we're showing you the Bionic Action V2 protection jacket from Alpinestars. So this is one of the newest additions to their lineup. So we've had the Bionic Action around for a little bit, but they've gone through and made some revisions to help make this thing even better. And Alpinestars does have quite a few of these protection jackets in their lineup. And where the Action V2 kind of fits in is this is one of the more budget-friendly options. That for the amount of coverage, protection, and with the fit of this, it's a pretty dang good value. So if you're shopping for one, definitely one that I will consider. Now, as far as the fit goes, we know fit's going to be important with these, so make sure refer to the sizing guide to know what size you need. We have our fit guarantee, so if you get a size that doesn't fit you correctly, you can send it back in brand new, unused condition, and we'll give you free shipping both ways on your first exchange. But I've got Kyler here, who's about 5 feet 10 inches tall, about 195 pounds, about a 43-inch chest. So he is wearing a size extra large, which is where he would fit on the sizing guide. Now with this, like I said, when Kyler first put this on, the first question I asked was, Kyler, do you feel any stitching, any points where you might feel like it's chafing you or rubbing your skin? And he said no. So that is the first thing that I would always ask when people are trying these on. So he said the fit on this is actually pretty dang comfortable. It's a pretty snug fit, but that's how these are designed to be, and they are going to be worn underneath your jersey. Now the base fabric on this is a moisture wicking mesh fabric, but then here's what I like is the amount of coverage and protection that you're getting with this. So you've got this whole chest piece, and they're using their cell technology, which is this hard plastic protection all throughout. Everything on here is CE level 1, but you're getting these giant vent holes. And this is one of the updates with this is they wanted to increase the ventilation. So with all the hard coverage on here, you can see you're gonna get a lot of airflow going directly through this. And then underneath all this plastic or the hard plastic, you do have this soft padding underneath just to add a little bit of comfort there as well. But you can see with the chest piece here, it's nice and large, great coverage. You got the zipper that goes right down the middle. Kyler, quarter turn, lift up the arm. I also do like too that you do have the adjuster strap here on the waist or just around the torso just to really cinch that down. So you've got the adjustment there. And then another thing too, you notice that they have this strap up here on top now, which you can't really adjust this, but what's nice is that it connects the back pad to the shoulder to the chest, and it just kind of links everything up and keeps everything nice and snug and where it should be when you're moving around on the motorcycle. But again, you've got your shoulder protectors here, your elbow pads on this. Again, lots of coverage. It's a really good elbow protector because it is so big. However, the one thing that I would point out with this, you can put that down for me, is that this elbow protector is pretty big. And so depending on what jersey you have or how your jersey fits, that was the one area that when we put the jersey on Kyler, it got pretty snug over the elbow area. So it is one thing that you might have to factor in. But aside from that, everything else, the chest, the back, the shoulders, for how large and how much coverage you get, it's pretty dang low profile. Now, another thing I do want to point out is on this forearm, you have this strap right here, which is just going to be there to help keep the elbow protection in place. But one thing Kyler noticed is that he basically has this as loose as it'll go, because if he makes this thing any tighter, he feels like it's just putting too much pressure on his forearm. And if you're a rider that struggles from arm pump, trust me, you're not going to want this strap cinched down on the forearm. So again, just a couple little things that we noticed while he was trying this on. All right, Kyler, face the back for me. So with the back protector, again, CE level 1 from top all the way down to the bottom, using that cell technology, you're gonna get a lot of airflow going through there. And like I had mentioned, there is that foam underneath, and then here's the back where that strap connects to the back protector. All right, face back to the front. Another nice feature about this too is that you do have a built-in kidney belt. So it's not removable, but again, you can really snug that down, and that's just gonna do a couple things, add a little bit of support to the lower back, but also it kind of just helps keep that back protector on the bottom kind of sucked into your lower back. So one thing I did notice is kind of interesting, because I don't believe I've seen this from Alpinestars before, is when you look at the shoulders, there's no tabs to hold their neck brace on. So I'm pretty sure every other protection piece that I've done is they always include the neck brace tabs to hold that in place. And also too, they don't have a removable piece on the back protector or the chest. So I don't really feel like this is built to really integrate with their neck brace that good. So I wouldn't really recommend wearing a neck brace with this one, because you're just not gonna be able to get it to get and sit as close to the body as I think you would want to. So that is one other thing to factor in. But you could check out the Bionic Tech V2 and some of the other pieces from Alpinestars that do have better compatibility with a neck brace. So just a couple things to consider. But like I said, overall, for well under $200 with the amount of coverage that you're getting, the fit, everything about it, it's a really good value. So if you have questions or comments about this piece, we'd love to get those answered. So make sure, leave those down in the comment section below. Now again, we do have product spotlights on all the other jackets from Alpinestars. So if you haven't made up your mind, if you're not totally sold on Bionic Action V2, check out the other offerings that they do have. We even have a buyer's guide where we go through and we show you some of our top picks to kind of help steer you in a good direction. But again, to pick yours up, click on the link or head over to RockyMountainATVMC.com. We ship for free over 75 bucks. And if you like spotlights like this, get subscribed to the Rocky Mountain YouTube channel, hit that notification bell, and you will always be up to date. I am Chase, and we'll see you on the trails.